Good morning, everyone. It's Anika Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would talk about a big concept that has definitely pervaded our world, I'm going to say. And this is this idea from overworked to overwhelmed, or from contentment to bliss. And I suspect that most of us can see that majority of people in our environment are overworked. And whether they do it to themselves, it could be a housewife who is overworked in terms of, oh, I've got to take care of these children, even if it's only one child. And that child could be very demanding, could take a lot of energy. And I got to make the lunches and dinners and breakfasts. And I got to make sure that the child's getting enough sleep. And I got to make sure that this child is okay. So I'm overworked in that. I got to make sure my partner is okay. So all of those things that could be overworked in a housewife sort of situation. And some people think that, oh, someone who's at home 100% of the time is so lucky, right? And yet a lot of us in COVID time have been working from home. And it doesn't seem so lucky, right? So suddenly people who had nannies are suddenly aware of, wow, that was a lot of work that I did not have to do before. And now I'm doing it now because I'm home. I might as well do it, right? So all of those things. But this is happening in every field too. So in terms of every profession, overworked leading to overwhelmed. And this is the thing, is that we've taken on a little bit more. And we know that computers can take on a lot, right? It's a lot of information. We can see how much capacity computer technology is gaining over time, right? Now, we are little computers ourselves, our brains are, our minds are, yet we do not have the same capacity, which is why a lot of technology is taking over the things that we might have stored in our minds, or our day-to-day functions that we could have been doing ourselves through our own minds. But now, whether it's automatic cars, automatic garage openers, whether it's telehealth, right? So all of these things where it can be very common now to see that computer technology is taking over a lot of work. And because people are feeling overwhelmed, this seems like such a comfort, right? That, oh, okay, I'm less worked now because now I've got some technology to be able to rely on. And it helps me feel a little bit easier, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. But as this is happening, do we notice that no one is showing any signs of feeling less overwhelmed? So now, keeping up with a computer program, learning different sorts of technology information, or even to spend the time with the family, have that work-life balance, right? All of that, it's more, it's still overwhelming for most people. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit also about intention and actions. And I thought I'd start with this one quotation, which says, "The smallest deed is better than the greatest intention." The smallest deed is better than the greatest intention. So this is what I would like us to come back to, our awareness of the fact that anything that we do is usually because of some pleasure, or I'll say some satisfaction that's gained from it, right? So this makes me happy. So when I take care of my family, it makes me happy. When I speak kindly with my family, it makes me happy. That's why I do it. But if they don't do this, then I'm not happy, becomes very conditional. So now, because they didn't speak kindly to me, I'm not going to speak kindly to them. That's an intention, was that I like this loving environment, whether at home or at work. It's that energy is what my intention is. Yet, if I don't put it into action, an intention doesn't mean that much, right? So then I came across another quote by Dyer, and this quotation says, "By banishing doubt and trusting your intuitive feelings, you clear space for the power of intention to flow through." The power of intention. So the power of intention also allows us to get into fields of work that we feel that this is related to my intention for helping this environment, whichever environment. So if you're working in computers, my intention for allowing us to grow in this way that makes things easier for people might be your direction. Another might be, my intention is to help others. So in healthcare, certainly that's my intention. But by doing something, we then are making sure that this power of intention is flowing through. It's not just talk. And yet, A lot of people talk about intention. Oh, it's all about intentions. And, I've heard that at the least positive times in my life when people have been doing some of the least positive things around me or to me or with me. And I will say that, people have used that line that it's all about the power of intention, right? I didn't mean to hurt you. It's just, my intention was good. But the action shows that flow of intention is not coming through from that pure space, right? It's been tainted by whether we say greed, whether we say power, whether we say control. And power, I mean, in terms of whether greed or some sort of selfishness, even, right? So if we just limit it to that word selfishness, when that's flowing, that power of pure intention that comes from that loving space that we all have is kind of lost. And that's kind of the world that we're living in right now, where there's less of a connection with our true soul energy, which directs us in really positive and lifting ways to a space that we're moving into, and many have moved into, that's rushed and hurried and no longer is focused on that intention that we began with. And then I thought I'd finish with this final quotation. This one is by Trishna Damodar, and it says, "A good intention requires the support of good action in order to translate into a positive outcome." So you see how it's thought, word, and action. So I'm thinking I have a good intention. I'm speaking, here is my good intention. And unless I'm speaking, what is the good intention? And then acting on that good intention, I don't even know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this has led to what we can call spiritually the unconscious space that a lot of humanity is working from. Today, I would love for you to think about your intentions and redirect yourself to that positive space so that it allows that flow of pure intention to come through in positive action, making a wonderful difference in your own life and the lives of those around you, whether it's family, friends, or workplaces. I wish you a fabulous day ahead contemplating this thought. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.